Boom, this is Mikhail with Hustle System, where art meets commerce. And in this video, we are going to be talking about the cycles of life. Ups and downs, ebbs and flows, and all of the things that we encounter as entrepreneurs and as humans on this great planet that often take us by storm. See, we go through life having a plan. And you know, Mike Tyson had a great quote, right? Everybody's got a great plan until they get punched in the face. And you always think of that as like, oh, somebody's gonna punch me in the face, but it's not always a human. Sometimes it's life. Sometimes you're going along and you've got a plan for your career, and you got a plan for your friends, you got a plan for your family, you got a plan for your loved ones, you got a plan for your vacation, your weekend, your 401k, all this stuff, and then boom, something happens. A shock to the system, a certain disruption, an earthquake, a rift in the reality that you thought was so safe and so precious and so comfortable. And it shakes you to the core. And on that high that you were flying so high, so confident, you come crashing down, not just into the earth, but straight through it. And further through the bottoms of hell into the very core, melting every belief that you had before, becoming anew, eliminating every single thing that you held dear, reevaluating every principle that you stuck to, looking back at every single action that you ever took in your life, and asking yourself, where did I go wrong? The ups and the downs. It's a roller coaster that you get to hop on. And if you want to hop off, you can always hop off. That's a whole separate video. But that's not the time. It's not the time now to hop off. No, it isn't, because there is no pause button. See, you can try and push the e-brake. You can try and swift and swerve. But you know what? Life's going to take you wherever it wants to take you, no matter what you want to do. We don't know what's going to happen 5 minutes from now. Do you? You can try and make a guess. In 5 minutes, I'm going to go make a cup of coffee. But do you really know that that's what you're going to do? Do you really know that that's what's going to happen? Do you really know that that precious little job, that precious little paycheck is going to be there a month from now? Or are you assuming that it is? See, there's this idea, this assumption, this cognitive bias of consistency that whatever things were happening before are going to continue happening in the future. And it is a great and dangerous delusion to have. Because if that's what you assume, then that means that you cannot change. In fact, if that's what you assume, you're telling the universe that you don't want to change. And so what the universe will do is it will put you in a position to change anyway. The cycles of life. Safety versus risk. Growth versus maintenance. Security versus opportunity. Ups versus downs. Ebbs versus flows. Ins versus outs. Love versus hate. Courage versus cowardice. Which side are you on? What principles do you stand for? And at what point do you actually do something out here in the real world to make those principles heard, to make them seen, to make them resonate to such an extreme that they shake the earth to its very core? Is it today? Is it tomorrow? Is it a month? Is it a year? Is it a decade from now? Is it when you are dead? Is that when you're going to finally take the time to stand up for something? It might be freedom. It might be love. It might just be for being a good person. There's not enough of those in the world. We're all so closed off. We all have our little turtle shell. We don't want to be poked, because we will poke back, won't we? That ego will strike, but ego is the enemy, and you should already know that. A powerful, powerful shield, but a terrible sword. An ego that destroys entire relationships, crumbles empires, overthrows nations, poisons the planet with this incessant desire and greed for more power, more control, and more limitation imposed on the people that stand in its way. And that is not our way. That is not the path that we walk here today. Absolutely not, because we stand for something greater than that. My belief is, if I hand you My hand, you will take it, and you will not drag me down with you. Because I'm giving you that opportunity. I'm giving you that chance. Life is handing you a baton, and it is saying, take it and run with it. The baton of your life, the baton of your future, of your destiny, of your legacy, that thing you're going to leave for your children and for your children's children and for their children for many generations to come. What is that thing? It might be as small as a thought. It might be as big as a movement. What you pass down beyond the time that you're here is entirely up to you. But this body is fickle. And it is fickle beyond belief because with time it too will crumble. You could go to the gym. You can eat organic food. You can do stem cells optimized to the very extreme. And yet still it will crumble, my friend. And there's something freeing in that, isn't it? It's also terrifying. It scares me to the core, knowing one day I'll be gone. I hope it scares you, at least a little bit. If it doesn't, then you've truly learned something great. But you have to learn to let go. This body is just a temporary vehicle, a car that you get to rent. A nice car, perhaps. A car you really enjoy, but still a car nonetheless. And yet we become so attached to that identity. And then we start to fight with the cycles of life because we say we are not going to let the seasons change. But you cannot stop the winter from coming. No, you cannot. And yet the heat of the summer will burn to the very core those that display any sort of malicious intent on our fellow brothers. We are entrepreneurs. We are not here for the money. No, we stand for something much, much greater, much, much bigger, much, much more powerful than that, and something that is so much longer lasting that you cannot displace it. This is a component of the current reality that if allowed to blossom and prosper, like a seed, it will always bear fruit. For every seed you plant, 1,000 shall bloom. Say that again. For every seed I plant, 1,000 shall bloom. And that here's what we do, because that is the cycle. You plant the seed, you water it, you nurture it, you take care of it. That seed could be your business. It could be your loved one. It could be your child. It could be your body. It could be your spirit. It could be your emotion. It could be your mind. It could be your finances, your resources, your empire, whatever you choose to make it, or all of the above. But by God's name, make sure that you nurture it, because that cycle of life is coming no matter what you do. A plant will grow, those fruits will fall, and then those leaves will come down, and you will realize that you are a part of it all, a drop in the river, in the ocean. Swimming with the fishes, my friend. There's nothing we can do about it. And the more that you try to control, the more that the cycles of life will thrash you around as if you're trying to have a boxing match with the waves. The more that you resist, the more that that paradigm of scarcity will persist in your life. And the moment you choose to let go and say, give me the ups and downs, I will take it. I am a part of it. Throw me in the ocean. Let the waves thrash me around because I am fluid like water. Throw me in the river. I will fly off that waterfall as majestic as an angel. That is the moment that you truly are free. And you will find yourself a part of the cycles of life. Whether that's happiness or depression, love or hate, poverty or complete financial abundance, you'll be content, you'll be happy through all of it. And you might not believe me today, but you know what? One day you'll see. And I hope that that day you come back to this video and you leave a comment and you tell me, what did it for you? It might be a breakup. It might be getting fired from your job. It might be a death in the family. It might be a moment of passion. It might be a great triumph. But there will be something, and you will realize that there's something much, much bigger going on here that we can't control. It's been Mikhail with Hustle System. Thank you for watching this video. Please Down below, you're gonna notice a notification bell. I want you to click that notification bell if you haven't already, so that you can be notified when I upload more. And I wanted to let you know about something truly special that I'm doing. This is a free 30-minute consultation call with one of my coaches, where I break down everything that I've learned in my past decade of internet marketing. Everything from how to build funnels, to craft emails, to building product catalogs, you name it. My track record over the past 7 years has been 3 companies in a row as chief marketing officer that are each doing over $1 million per month now. I'd say that's pretty decent. And there's a lot more that I still have to learn, but now is the time for me to give back. So if this video resonated with you, and if you are someone who is passionate about improving their life, you're gonna see a link down below. I want you to click that link and fill out the short form. Let's get you inside, and let's help you start, scale, or optimize your business using the skills and tool sets within digital marketing. We're gonna teach you a lot more than that. We're gonna teach you the 3 basic principles every business needs to know, from acquiring, to converting, to retaining new clients. It's going to be absolutely epic and beautiful. This is a program that I've spent a decade of my life creating. This is my magnum opus, and this is my way of giving back to you, because it's something that I wish I had when I first started out. And I got very lucky and very blessed to have found the right mentors, and so I want to give back. Click the link down below, fill out the form, and I'll see you inside.